Hey, welcome back to the Intuitive Empire. I am doing a fun little intro for you today, as the recording I'm going to play you was a live video I did in my Facebook group, and it was too good not to share with you. It was all about manifesting as a highly sensitive empath and how the laws of the universe actually work differently for us, or they feel different for us because of our higher intensity and we don't want to call them mood swings, but maybe someone would. And it's really awesome. So stick around for that. It's just a 20-minute recording. I wanted to mention to you that it is the last week to connect with me about EMBODY. This is it. My gosh, I'm so excited. So many amazing women have joined, and the energy around this is really around expansion and anchoring in deep trust into, yes, you and your intuition, and also into the universe, because we added something so amazing. This week, Karina De La Cruz, who took the last round of EMBODY, is joining as an EMBODY alumni and also an ambassador. So she's going to be a part of the EMBODY team, and she's running something called a high vibe Voxer Vortex, where one day a week, everybody is going to collect on Voxer and really dive into like where their trust lies, how they are showing up and believing in their desires and being in the vibration of what they are calling in, because you know that we all need reminders in this. And the number one thing I hear people say they need is accountability. So not information, not even support, although we all need those things. It's accountability. So we have built in the most epic accountability I have ever seen in an online community. Oh my gosh, so good. I mean, that's just, I know I've talked about this. I believe number 49 of the Intuitive Empire, I talk all about EMBODY. So you can check that out if you're curious about it and you haven't listened yet. And you also can just reach out to me. So DM me sooner than later, like right now. Pause this episode if you're like, yes, I want to know. I want to work with Jaya. I want to build my intuitive empire. I know that I'm meant for more, and I'm ready to tap more deeply into my own intuition and the trust and beliefs in my desires and the universe. Like, if that is you, this is for you. So just DM me on Instagram, the Jaya Rose. You can even message me on Facebook, or just fill out the application below if you want to make it official and book a call with me, because you'll be able to book a call right at the end of that application. The application also talks about the investment for EMBODY, and as long as you can hit the lowest level investment, you are in, and there is a payment plan as well. So let's do this. It's going to be amazing. It already is amazing. I feel all the vibes. So take a listen to this live video that I did, and just know it was a live video. I did talk a little bit to the audience. I try to, I don't do that a ton because I get on my channeling rants and things, and so there is a lot of really good wisdom drops in here, and I think it will be really helpful for you. And so just bear with me in terms of the fact that it was a live video. Okay? Can't wait for you to connect with me, to listen to this, and to just be living those dreams and spreading your light, shining that light, because that's what we're here for. All right, take a listen. Hi, beautifuls. Say hello when you get here, okay? I want to know that you are here. And I also want to know if this speaks to you, because this is something that I have literally never in my life ever seen anybody talk about ever. What? It's so crazy because, 20% of the world is highly sensitive. And I think that in the online coaching space, in the entrepreneur space, in the spiritual business world, it's more like 75-80% of people who have a desire to put themselves to the side and show up in service and help people because they have very unique, very special gifts that come along with being sensitive, intuitive, and empathic. Now, there are a few opportunities, and things that happen specifically for you. So I want to know in the comments, I want you to say yes, empathic, yes, intuitive, yes, highly sensitive, whatever you relate to the most. And this is just coming through really strongly right now. For the last few months, it was after I launched the first EMBODY and really started speaking more directly to highly sensitive, empathic women, and realizing that as a highly sensitive, driven woman, that I have such a responsibility to share what I have done to get to where I am, to be able to put myself out there, to be able to be rejected over and over again, to face my abandonment issues by putting myself out and having it fall and fail, and all of the things that are particularly really challenging for sensitive empaths, because we tend to take it all in. It's also freaking personal. So one thing that has been coming through so massively is that the laws of the universe work differently for us. It's that the laws of the universe work differently for us. And like I said, nobody is talking about this. And I believe that it's because it's just so I don't believe it's researched. Like, really, who cares about this, right? Except us. And so I believe we are the pioneers, that we are the ones who are meant to show the world a new way, show the strength and the ability inside of empathy, inside of the courage that it takes to stand up and be a leader. And part of this is, has a lot to do with the universal laws. My particular take on leadership is that it's part an inside game and part an outside game. And so we need to own our power. We need to follow our intuition. We need to trust deeply. And the outside game is the surrender, is the co-creation, is the allowing with the universe. Because otherwise we're just hustling, right? We're just in masculine doing mode. And we're not leveraging what is truly here to support us, which is God and the universe. We are being supported. Say hello as you guys get here. I see you hopping on live. Say hi. Now, the thing about this is that we learn, there's so many people teaching manifesting, especially in the online space. There are less people teaching the laws of the universe, meaning like the 12 laws of the universe that most of us understand or can understand easily. Amanda, hello. How are you, beautiful? And obviously there are a lot more laws of the universe, but there are 12 that have been really detected and are really well known. And the thing about this is that what we need to understand as sensitive empaths is that it doesn't work exactly the same way. Hi, Terry. It doesn't work exactly the same way. Now, the reason it doesn't work exactly the same way is because our vibration is really our feelings, right? So we hear about like vibration and frequency. Now, frequency is a little different than our feelings, but our feelings are what create the vibration, which is the communication with the universe, right? It is the communication with the universe. So when we understand this, we can start to create our own reality. We start to manipulate, not in a negative way, our own reality. And what happens is that there are roadmaps in a lot of ways. Like I teach my 6-phase framework for receiving your desires, for asking for what you want, for really getting clear on this. And yet that won't work for everybody. And there are a number of people who teach manifesting and laws of the universe, and it just seems to not work. So I want to know from you, have you had this experience where you're like, oh, I seem to get ramped up and I know that the laws of the universe are here to support me. I feel it. I've certainly manifested things. Put a number 1 in the comments if this is true for you. You're like, yeah, definitely. And it tends to go up and down. It waxes and wanes. You have a desire, you launch it into the world, it comes back to you, and then you wait for another week and you're like, wait, what happened? How did I get off? How did the course shift? How did this change? And it's so simple. right? And you already know this. I'm betting that you already know this. Well, your feelings changed. That's what happened. So you got focused. You set the desire out. You released it. You allowed it to come to you. And then your feelings changed. For whatever reason, there can be a lot of different reasons this happens. But specifically, the thing around being empathic, being sensitive, is that energy outside of us affects us more. It's that our nervous system is wired to react more strongly. And when that reacts more strongly, you literally feel more. You feel more. And so in some ways, we're set up actually to leverage the laws of the universe and co-create so powerfully. And that's what you feel when you're like, I got the high. Amanda says, yep, totally. The big things are a mass wait, still waiting, right? So it's like this big thing. And the only reason that it feels big, Amanda, is because it feels big. And if you are sensitive, then the way you feel is more intense than the way someone else feels. Like, this is the most basic way we can really start to look at this, is like you being sensitive, you being empathic. It's just that you feel more, right? We have a richer inner world. We're going to sit with it longer. We're going to feel it more deeply. And that's the basis of being sensitive. When you say something is sensitive and you say, oh, I got a cut on my arm, it's very sensitive. It's very sensitive if you were to touch it. It's not healed yet, right? Well, the only reason it's sensitive is because you feel it more. You feel it more, and when it starts to heal and it has skin over the top of it, you touch it and it's not quite as sensitive. Well, we need to really understand that that's what's happening when you as an individual are functioning at a level that is more sensitive. It's that you are probably allowing other people's energy to come into your world, and then that can throw off the manifesting. Okay. So Amanda says, yep, insanely highly sensitive empath. Girl, I feel you. I am like Mrs. Frickin' Queen sensitive. Okay. All the things. Like, we could just like chat about all the things we're sensitive about all day long. Now, the thing about the way it makes you feel is it, like you said, Amanda, okay, so the big thing is coming. You know it's there, you believe in it. So it's not your belief. It's all the things that when you learn about how to use the laws of the universe, okay, it's your belief. Are you really believing it? Are you rewiring the synapses in your brain? Is it a new neural pathway? We can get into like all the technicality of how you do that. But if what you feel is that it's big, and you're like, oh, it's big, and you start to question, can I even handle it? Because I'm so damn sensitive that I'm just worried that I can't even handle it. Now, this is very real. And the universe is just like, oh, she doesn't think she can handle it? Don't give it to her. Don't give it to her. Or that other thing that she called in and then she got so overwhelmed and 5 people were messaging her and you reacted. No, this isn't bad. It's not bad to react. And it's also an opportunity to recognize that the laws of the universe are working differently for you because you are working differently. That's it. You are working differently than other people. So if what you're doing is you're watching somebody, now I'm going to use somebody as an example, and actually I really like her work and I think it's very relevant, and she has a super huge brand. So it's Manifestation Babe. And I would recommend following her. Like, she is super inspirational. She's like 26, has built a multiple $1 million business teaching manifesting. Now, the thing I want to point out about her is that I don't think she's highly sensitive. This is my feeling around her. I think she is in touch with her intuition, but I also feel like her brand is much more masculine. Again, just observations. I think it's awesome because she reaches a lot of people that way. And it also is not geared towards highly sensitive people, right, Vanessa? It's not geared towards highly sensitive people. So what you need to understand is that you have to pick and choose. What happens is resistance is ultimately usually the core feeling that's going to put a stop to the flow, right? It's like you feel the resistance. It's like, and I will not be flowing, and therefore things won't be flowing in. It really, you guys, like, it's so simple, right? But you start to see other people who you're like, oh, the laws of the universe, they're really working for her. Like manifesting's really working for her. Why is it not working for me in the same way? It's because her process does not take into consideration your highly sensitive feelings. The nervous system that runs higher, that tends to go into fight or flight mode, which is a complete halt to the frequency that says yes. It is the frequency that says no. And yet we really like can't help it, right? It's not as though you're doing something wrong. And so, gosh, this gets me so fired up. Can you guys feel the fire? I was thinking about this because I feel like there needs to be a massive conversation about this. And so I'm going to do a free training next week, next Tuesday. So just say training below and I'll make sure to get the link for you. I don't know what it's going to be. It just came through, but I was like, I have to get on live and talk to you guys about this right now. The training is going to be around how to leverage the laws of the universe as a highly sensitive empath, how to actually understand the roadmap that you need, which means I am not telling you your roadmap. I do not teach roadmaps. What I teach are frameworks that inside the framework hold you, your uniqueness, and your own connection to spirit, and also all the idiosyncrasies that are being highly sensitive, right? So we marry all of this. Training glow. Oh my God, I love you. What is training glow? It's the soul glow. This is like, I have like a new, I don't know if it's a hashtag, I don't know if it's a brand, but like soul glow is just like really coming to me. So maybe you're feeling that. We need to understand ourselves so deeply that we then from this place, so this means understanding our sensitivities. This means honoring them. And you guys, I work with sensitive women in my EMBODY program, and I cannot tell you how many of the same exact things come up, especially in the first like 3 and 4 weeks, because we start with the lower chakras, and this is where our trust lives. Our lower chakras were developed early on in our life, so we have been rocking these paradigms for a long time, and sometimes they're uncomfortable to unravel. And I swear to you that if I could just bottle up the coaching that I do inside that program, I'll give it to you right now. Now, of course, I would love for you to join us in EMBODY, but I'll give it to you right now because it's so valuable and it's so simple. And it's that when we have intense feelings, Jacqueline, when we have intensity, we need to recognize that that intensity is our vibration, right? It is the frequency that's communicating. It's the communication with the universe. Now, this doesn't mean anything negative, but it means that you need to harness the positive and get really serious about what you're desiring and use that vision and use that vibration in that time. And then there's going to be times where it nosedives and you're going to feel like crap, right? Now here, right here is the place to master. The high vibes are not what to master, right? What is everybody teaching? Like, get into high vibe, master that. Yeah, okay, awesome. But you already have that, don't you? You know what it feels like to be in flow, to feel in your juice, to like feel it. But what happens when the intensity comes up? What happens when you get off track and something triggers you and it was maybe your mom and she said something and now all your core wounds are activated? I might be talking about myself from today, okay? What happens when you become the person who you have not been wanting to become? And this is where it lies. This is where it lies because this is the opportunity to deepen the self-love. And really, I'm getting to the point of what I was saying about EMBODY, that so many women come onto these calls and they're like, Jaya, I'm experiencing stuff. They're like, I'm experiencing some things. And this is what they're doing. They're judging themselves. They're judging how they feel, what does that do? It brings you down a rabbit hole, probably of an even more negative or lower vibe feeling than the original one. Okay. Judgment. And also there's a deep, deep belief that it's not okay, that in some way the triggers, the hurt, the pain, the feelings, the intensity, that those are bad, because we are taught that. There is hardly anywhere in this society that it is embraced to be highly sensitive, that it is set up for us to thrive. No, we are motherfucking renegades, okay? You're a rebel. I know you're a rebel, because you would not even probably be feeling my vibration if you were not a rebel. The reason you're a rebel is because you have to be. You have to be, because otherwise you would not survive, and you would be in survival mode, trying just to survive, and nevertheless would never get to thriving, which is what it takes to be in co-creation with the universe. We must be thriving, or else we get too wonky and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Oh my gosh, Amanda says, absolutely, exactly. So my feelings today. And Vanessa says, I cannot wait for Embody to start. So excited, Vanessa. I'm so excited that you joined Embody. Like, it makes my heart burst out of my chest how much I love you. No fruit without the root. Ooh, so good. And Vanessa, you just bring so much wisdom. You guys, if you have not met Vanessa yet, Vanessa, say hello. And Vanessa is one of these multi-passionate yet very focused and fiery, just straight up passionate women who has so many beautiful skills to help women heal and rise. And for me to be in a position to be able to support you, Vanessa, gives me such joy, and it makes me feel like all of what I do, all of the putting myself out there, all of how I show up, all of the vulnerability, all of the over and over and over again showing up anyways, so worth it. So thank you for having so much to bring to the table, because this work in Embody we're going to do together is going to amplify that. It's going to allow you to spread your wings even more. And I know they're already spread. And that is the ripple effect. Like, that is what the fuck we're here for. It's so, so good. Hello, lovelies. So check her out. Follow her. All right. So say training below, because I am going to do a whole training on how to get it right with your feelings so that you are the match for what you desire, and work with the laws of the universe in a way that actually will support you, but also that you won't be like sabotaging yourself. And the way that you are, and when you embrace the way that you are and you be that fully, you become more powerful. And anybody who you see who's rocking the laws of the universe in a really powerful way feels lit up from the inside out, right? They're leveraging their personal power so that they can then meet the universe. And the universe is like, well, I'll give you more because you're giving more. Ultimately, you're so simple, but you're vibrating at a higher level, right? So Amanda says, totally interested. Yay. Okay. So I'll post about it. I'm going to the gym, and I was like, this is coming through so strongly. And I feel like it's a conversation, like I said, I've literally never heard anyone say. And I feel like sometimes I talk about intuition, but the bottom line is like, this is actually what Embody is about. One of the videos in each module every week for 12 weeks breaks down one of the 12, or two usually, of the 12 universal laws, and how you can work it in conjunction with the embodiment method we're going through, with the phase you're in. And I'm like, I just was saying to myself, Jaya, you have to share that, because everybody hears about manifesting, and it's so popular, it's so common day at this point in our world, right? But yet, sometimes it's almost worse, because you're like, well, I just have to do it. But it's like, no, that doesn't exactly work for me, because I function differently than other people. And so I just want you to know you're not alone. And I want you to know that there is another way, and that it is possible to be highly sensitive, empathic, intuitive, and have a big thriving business without feeling resistance, like you're not going to be able to handle it. And that literally is what I teach you in my Embody method. So I'm going to break part of that down, but focus mostly on the universal laws and how to rock it as a highly sensitive empath. All right. So let me know. Jacqueline says, managing these low vibes is what I'm working on with my anxiety clients. So good. Oh my gosh. So good. Well, Jacqueline, I'm sure that whatever you were to take away, any ahas you got from the training, take back to your people, because that's what I'm all about. This is about a ripple. Haley says, training, yay. Amanda says, can I get info on EMBODY as well, please? Sure, love. Would you like me to private message you? That'd be the best way, so we can actually have a conversation. We can do some voice messaging. Let me know in the comments. And if anybody else wants information, next week is the last week to connect with me, and it just feels amazing. It feels so lit up. The student right now. Yes, tight. I like that you said tight, because Jacqueline, I have been seeing some pictures of your booty, girl, and it does look tight. Which I'm going to go into the gym, and I'm sweating now already, and I'm going to go work on my tight booty, because booties are a part of this whole thing, okay? And the tighter the booty, no, my booty is not that tight anymore, but it is quite big, okay? And from far, it looks tighter than it is, maybe, because I've been doing squats for like 15 years, and that's what happens, okay? Anyway, okay, Amanda, I digress, okay? So, Amanda, I will reach out to you later this afternoon, okay, love? And I love you all so much. I really, really am so excited of the direction of this group and just all of you and your energy, and I'm cheering you on, okay? Bye.